Welcome back to Noka Media, your source for Northern Ontario homegrown media content.
Picture this, a remote, boggy patch of Northern Ontario, 500 kilometers northeast of Thunder Bay. That's basically a treasure chest of nickel, copper, chromite, and platinum. That's the Ring of Fire, an 8,000 square kilometer swath of peatlands and forests that's been hyped as Canada's ticket to critical minerals glory since its discovery in 2007.
That's exactly what today's announcement is all about. The Ring of Fire has one of the largest deposits of critical minerals on the planet. These critical minerals are used in everything from advanced manufacturing and semiconductors, which are essential to powering artificial intelligence, and to mobile phones and cars used by families every day. Countries and businesses around the world are competing for these critical minerals, and Ontario has what the world needs. Unlocking and refining critical minerals here in Ontario will add $22 billion to our economy, create 70,000 new jobs, and protect our province's economy.
Just this week, on November 27th, Ford inked a $39.5 million partnership with Martin Falls First Nation, a fly-in community of about 700 folks 140 kilometers southeast of the ring. This money is for a multi-purpose community center, winter road supplies, and fast-tracking the all-season Martin Falls Community Access Road. That'll hook them up to the provincial highway network for the first time, easing everything from medical evacuations to grocery runs. Chief Bruce, I'm not going to try to pronounce his last name because I'll butcher it, but he called it a landmark moment for training, jobs, and wellness.
There's been so much talk on the access road, and they were wondering when it was going to happen. And actually, right now we actually see that very, very big light at the end of the tunnel right now, and they're very excited to know what's going to happen in a few short years, that they'll actually be able to drive in and out of the community and actually access services, whether it's college facilities, to come back to the community on the weekend, or training, temporary short-term training or longer-term training, whatever it is.
This partnership adds on to October's similar $39.5 million deal with Webequie First Nation, 7 kilometers west of the ring, and a third with Araland. Together, they're paving the way for the Northern Road Link, a web of 3 roads tying southern highways to the ring's mining heart. Ford is hyping 70,000 jobs province-wide and billions in GDP, especially as Ontario's economy took a 0.6% GDP hit from tariffs in the second quarter of 2025. Shovels could hit dirt by summer 2026, with environmental assessments wrapping by February. Now, this isn't high fives all around. The ring sits on the world's second largest peatlands, which is a globally significant carbon sink holding 35 billion tons of CO2, plus prime caribou habitat and sacred sites for several First Nations. Roads and mines could torch that, releasing mega emissions and fragmenting ecosystem. There is another First Nation who's still under a 30-year boil advisory that is suing an Australia-based company over the Eagle's Nest nickel mine, arguing it bulldozes Treaty 9 rights without consent. This is related to Bill 5, Ontario's Protect Ontario by Unleashing Our Economy Act, passed in June 2025, which skips environmental assessments for projects like Eagle's Nest and fast-tracks permits in strategic zones like the ring. Ford is betting big with $3.1 billion in loans and scholarships for Indigenous equity, plus federal nods under PM Carney's Major Projects Office. Some say these are reconciliation actions, jobs for remote communities, supply chain for green tech. Others say it's exploitation 2.0, trading tomorrow's climate for today's paychecks. As of now, only 3 First Nations are on board for roads, while a dozen more are hesitantly moving forward with federal assessments. Let us know what you think in the comments. Should these minerals be taken out of the ground to benefit the economy, or should they be left in the ground to benefit the ecosystems and possibly the climate?
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you have a story or event you would like to see featured on this channel, just send us an email at nocaudits@gmail.com.